Hey Ricky, my friend, what's bothering on you?
My teacher assigned me what is job interview. I don't know what is it.
Is that all your problem? Da, very basic. I will help you.
Oh, thank you. Would be a great help.
Wait, let me call my friends. Do you know what is job interview? Well, come and join us as we delve into this amazing topic.
A job interview is a conversation between the applicant and the representative of an employer to assess whether the application should be hired.
A job interview is a meeting in which a person asks job questions to see whether the right person to do the job.
And lastly, a job interview is a face-to-face interaction between company recruiter and applicant who is being evaluated for a job. Job interview is a process of asking questions about the applicant's education, work experience, background, skills, and knowledge. Such an interaction enables the recruiter to evaluate the applicant and see if he or she is suited for the job.
The 14 types of job interview.
Structured interview. Structured interviewing involves assessing candidates looking for the same position using the same interviewing techniques. Every interviewee is presented with the identical questions in the same order while using this method. This aims to identify the candidates who provide the most detailed responses to the majority of the questions.
Below are example questions of structured interview. Unstructured interview. It is an informal interview which often follows a free-flowing conversation. These interviews do not have a set patterns and the questions vary depending on company criteria and candidate competencies. Unlike structured interview, as a primary objective is data collection, answering the questions appropriately with the correct information is imperative.
Semi-structured interview. Elements of both structured and unstructured interviews are present. This kind of interview usually has some specific questions that the recruiting managers ask each candidate, but they also have the flexibility to make changes as per the response. This usually involves follow-up questions which provide a deeper explanation from the respondent, making this one of the most common interview formats that several companies often prefer.
Stress interview, introduced by the interviewer by asking tons of questions at the same time or putting the time limit on the question. This tests the candidate's presence of mind and the response to practical challenges like managing various high-priority tasks simultaneously, dealing with challenging clients, or facing a difficult coworker or manager. Passing a stress interview usually means the candidate can manage a crisis well without panicking.
Situational interview. Interviewers represent candidates with a problem. Situational interviews focus on the future and involve hypothetical questions or scenarios. This interview process evaluates the candidate's approach to solving problems in practical job-related situations. Having previous experience in handling similar situations can be beneficial here. The objective is to find candidates who provide the best responses to the proposed situations.
Behavioral interview. This usually involves asking open-ended questions and tallying responses against the anchored rating scale. Behavioral interviews analyze the candidate's responses to past situations related to their approach. This helps in forecasting the probable efficiency of a candidate in a similar role if hired.
Technical interview assess a candidate's technical ability for the role and the extent of their knowledge in the chosen field. Employers recruiting for engineering, science, or tech roles commonly conduct technical interviews. These interviews are often computer assisted, wherein the candidates write code or execute a task practically on a shared computer screen. The objective is to find the most technically proficient candidates. One-to-one interview. Only one interviewer interviews a candidate and they ask questions based on a specific area of the resume. The interview process comprises multiple one-on-one interviews, with each focusing on general, technical, and operational questions. Pair the requirements. The tone is often conversational, with the interviewer initiating the agenda and letting the candidate ask questions towards the end.
Panel interview. Two or more interviewers interview the candidate simultaneously. The panel can usually comprise a mix of people, including supervisors, team members, and human resources, or HR representatives. Each interviewer specializes in a specific domain and assess the candidate's skills, qualifications, and experience in that area, and may ask questions in succession. It is important to maintain eye contact with everyone while answering to increase the chances of impressing the entire panel and succeeding in the interview.
Focus group interview. Companies interview candidates with common traits or experiences in a group. The interviewer asks specific questions and observes each candidate's response. Focus group moderators also encourage participants to interact with each other. This is a qualitative research method that helps gain data from a selective group of individuals who review new products, features, or other topics of interest to generalize the entire population reaction. It helps in understanding the customer's met and unmet demands and if the candidates can devise effective ways to do the same.
Email interview. Email interviewing is comparatively novel approach to interviewing. In this method, candidates get interviewed asynchronously. They receive the questions and can respond at their own pace over a relatively longer period compared to traditional interviewing methods. As a result, these interviews are less stressful and allow for more detailed answering.
Telephonic interview. This method is helpful in shortlisting the applicants and inviting a selected few for face-to-face interviews. It is an economical and less time-consuming interviewing mode that can access interviewers' intelligence, quick thinking, and interpersonal skills without expending too much time or money.
Video interview. Video interviews are similar to in-person interviews, which the companies conduct over online video conferences. In this mode of interview, it is not compulsory for the interviewer and the interviewee to be in the same place or even in the same region. Companies offering remote jobs often use this type of interview.
Open call interview. An open call interview offers a chance to meet with the hiring manager, usually for seasonal and temporary job roles. In this type of interview, there may not be a formal screening and selection process before being chosen for an interview. The candidate can just walk in and wait in line for their interviews.
And we will not end there. We would like to share to you the goals of conducting job interview, the different types of job interview, and its guidelines.
Interview guidelines. Number 1. Be on time. This often means 10 to 15 minutes early. Interviewers often are ready before the appointment. Number 2. Know the interviewer's name, its spelling and pronunciation. Use it during the interview. If you don't know the name, call beforehand and ask the secretary. Also note the secretary's name in case you have to call back. Secretaries can influence the hiring decision. Number 3. Have some questions of your own prepared in advance. There is nothing wrong with having a short list of questions and thoughts. Each show you have done your research and want to know more about the organization and the position. Number 4. Bring several copies of your resume. Also bring a copy of your transcript. Carry your paper in an organized manner. Number 5. Have a reliable pen and small notepad with you, but do not take notes during the interview. However, immediately afterward, write down as much as you can remember, including your impression of how well you did. Number 6. Greet the interviewer with a handshake and smile. Remember to maintain eye contact, which does not mean a stare down. Number 7. Don't be embarrassed if you are nervous. As you gain experience, you'll become more to ease with the interviewing process. Number 8. Focus on your attributes, your transferable skills, and your willingness to learn. Don't apologize for a lack of experience. Describe your strength in terms of what you can do for the organization. Number 9. Tell the truth. Lies and exaggeration will come back to haunt you. Number 10. Listen carefully to the interview. Be sure you understand the question. If not, ask the clarification or restate it in your own words. Answer completely, concisely, stuck to the subject at hand. Number 11. Never slight a teacher, friend, employee, or your university. Loyalty ranks high on the employer's list. Number 12. Watch your grammar. Employers are interested in candidates who can express themselves properly, even if you have to go slowly and correct yourself. Accuracy is preferred over grammatical fluency.
13. Be prepared for personal. Some interviewers may not know what they can and cannot ask legally. Anticipate how you will handle such question without losing your composure. 14. Wait for the interviewer to mention salary and benefits. To research pay scales, refer to salary surveys and information on career service website in the career library. 15. Don't expect a job offer at the first interview. Often, you will be invited to a second or even third interview before an offer is made several weeks later. 16. Close on a position, enthusiastic note. Ask what the next step will be. Thank the interviewer for his or her time and express your interest in the job. Leave quickly and courteously with a handshake and a smile. 17. No interview is complete until you follow up with a thank you note. Express your appreciation for the interview and if true, reaffirm your interest. This last step can make a difference. Don't forget.
Goal of job interview.
Verify the facts provided by the applicant in their resume, cover letter, and job application. Understanding the application's motivation and intention of pursuing a job, obtaining additional information about the interviewee's skills, experience, and knowledge. Assessing the candidate's strong and weak points to determine their training requirements. Creating the scope for the candidate to ask questions regarding the position or company. Exchanging general information between the employer and the potential employee, informing the candidate about the company's expectation, assessing the candidate's strong and weak points to determine their training requirements. And lastly, getting insights into the candidate's rational knowledge, quick thinking, communication skills, and creative. Checking the candidate's suitability for the job in terms of their personality and attitude.
Example of structured interview.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning. Please sit down. I'm Cheryl Impales. I am the head of this company. Welcome to the interview. So to start, tell me about yourself.
Thank you for the opportunity to be interviewed for this position with your company. I'm Yunichi Laconia. I recently graduated from the Cebu Technological University Argam campus with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Forestry. And during my study time, I learned about mapping sustainable practices and GIS application. So I have the appropriate knowledge of the different application of the jobs. And I also participated a few fields in the university, for example, like bird and bat watching.
So, okay. Can I know why you applied to this position?
I applied to this position because I was interested in forest manager ranger position.
So, why are you interested in forest ranger position?
Because in forest ranger position, I can apply my expertise that I learned from the university, just like the wood identification, and practice and apply it with my knowledge.
What are your skills and greatest strength?
My greatest strength is during outside of work, I keep myself fit and active. So my concentration and energy levels are always high because in this job, it involves a lot of fields. My strengths include my flexibility, my fast pace of work, which means I will get more work than the average employee, and my adaptability to change.
So why we should hire you?
You should hire me because I'm the person who will be a positive role model for your company. I will support the organization in any changes it wants to make while working hard to pay. And trust you will have shown in hiring in me. Can rely on me to embrace and push through any changes you want to make quickly and positively.
Thank you for the response. We will be in touch soon to the next steps.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Example of unstructured interview.
Morning, Teresa. Welcome, and we appreciate you coming here today.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm looking forward discussing with you the forestry manager position.
We're glad to hear that, but to start, could you please tell us about yourself and why are you interested about this role in our company?
I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Forestry, and in my years of after college, I've been working as a forestry management field technician for about 8 years, and I am particularly interested in sustainable forestry practices and have implemented several successful programs in my current position. And your company's commitment to sustainable and innovative forestry solutions really caught my attention, and I do believe my background aligns well with your mission.
Managing a large area can be challenging. So, how do you handle the complexity of multiple ongoing projects?
So, ma'am, my approach is very systematic. I will use GIS, which is the Geospatial Information System tools, extensively to manage and monitor project areas, ensuring we're on track with both timelines and environmental impact assessments. I also prioritize staff training and new technologies and methods to improve efficiency and accuracy in our work.
So, what do you think are the biggest challenging facing the forestry industry today?
Oh, so sad to hear this, but one of the main challenges that the forestry industry is facing today is climate change, as it alters the growth patterns of health of forests globally, and also the very rampant high heat index that many of us is um, what you can call this. Many of us has been a victim, no? So
So, keeping informed is the key. So, the last question, Teresa, how do you see your role in promoting team well-being and safety?
So, safety and well-being are most important in forestry work, ma'am. I ensure that all safety protocols are not only followed but are regularly reviewed and updated. I hold monthly safety drills and wellness workshops, and I also believe in maintaining an open door policy where team members can discuss any issues they face without hesitation.
Excellent, Teresa. So, do you have any question for us about the room or the company?
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to know more about the technologies and tools that the company is currently using in forestry management and whether there are opportunities for further training and development in these areas.
We provide details on the company's technologies, tools, and training opportunities. You can read it here, serve as your guide. Is there anything else would you like to know?
Not at all, ma'am. That covers all of my questions. Thank you for explaining.
So thank you for your time today, Teresa. We'll be in touch with you soon. Have a great day.
Thank you for considering me. I look forward to the opportunity to work with your team. Have a great day, ma'am. Thank you.
Hey Ricky, my friend, how's your reporting?
It's success. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I owe you a lot.
No problem, Ricky, friend.
Thank you for watching. Edited by Erica May Revilla.